going on, everybody? Welcome back today for another video. Hope everybody's doing well. Doing well myself. We just hit 500 subs, guys. 500 subs. We need 500 more. I know you guys got it in you. But today's video, we don't have any of my cars. I am sorry, guys. We have my Jeep here, nice and covered. We have my Subi over here. This is coming up soon. We got a lot of stuff we got to do on the Subaru. And then after that, we're going to hit the Mustang hard, which is in the garage. But today's video, I did a side job for somebody that my mom knows. And he went to a shop. I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to start any problems, or anything like that. But the shop misdiagnosed his car. His battery was dying every like 2 days. They threw 4 batteries in it. They threw an alternator in it. He didn't need any of that, guys. He brought me the car and he was like, can you please figure this out? And I was like, absolutely, I'll look into it. I'll figure it out for you. I'm not going to sell you something that you don't need. So I narrowed it down. There was a draw coming from the radio, the stock radio in these newer Jeeps. It's actually really common for the CD player to go bad and cause draws on the battery, which is what his issue was. I took the radio out for him 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hasn't had the car shut off on him at all. So in today's video, we're going to be putting in an aftermarket radio, which he purchased. He purchased the dash kit and the harness. So I'm just going to show you guys how to install an aftermarket radio. This is like a lot simpler of a radio than what I have in my cars. I know if you guys have been an OG subscriber, you know that I put those tablet radios in the Jeep, the Subaru. Those are a lot more involved than what we're going to be doing today. So I just want to show you guys, nice simple radio install. And yeah, so let's hop right into it. All right, guys, so this particular vehicle is a 2012 Jeep Patriot. The radio I'm going to be installing is a Jensen. It's a cheaper brand, but that's okay. He just needs something that's not going to kill his battery. And this has a lot more options than his stock radio. It has the nice USB port and everything, so he'll be able to, listen to his phone, which is really nice. His old radio didn't have that. It's actually his old radio's right there. So yeah, so we're going to be putting this in today. We have the dash install kit. We have the harness back here. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to this thing. This thing is really easy. This centerpiece here has your climate control and your radio and your vents. That literally just pulls out. It's only clips, nothing special about it. And then you're going to have 4 screws right here, right here, right here, and right here to get your radio out. Now, I do believe this is going to pertain to the Patriots, the Liberties, the Wranglers. I mean, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't own any of these vehicles, so I'm not 100% on it. But I know the radio is the same for a lot of Wranglers and everything, and I know it's very common on those also for them to go bad. So if you guys are having a parasitic draw, I would first pull fuses for your radio and see what happens. It's very, very common. At least that's what I've read online. So yeah, you might want to check that out if you're having an issue. But I'm gonna hop right into this, and I'm going to start by wiring the harness for the vehicle. This plugs directly into the factory harness right here, and I'm going to start wiring this to the radio harness that comes with your head unit. So once I get that all done, you're just going to match all the colors up. Yellow goes to yellow, green goes to green, green with the black stripe goes to green with the black stripe. It's very, very simple, guys. I'm going to do all of that off camera because I only have 2 hands, and you guys know it's just me here. I don't have another film guy. Wish I did, but I don't. So I'm going to get all this connected. We're going to use red wire connectors. We're just going to cut and splice them and crimp them. Not much to it. You guys, if you don't know how to crimp a wire, you probably shouldn't be doing this. So let me get all this hooked up, and we'll hop back in, and I'll show you guys, plugging it in, everything like that. And we'll turn it on, make sure it works before we install the dash kit and, everything else. Guys, so I got the radio in. The harness, I hardwired it like I told you guys in the last clip. Unfortunately, he bought the wrong dash kit for the vehicle. So he told me just make it work. So don't judge me when I show you this, but I did my best to make it fit. And it doesn't look terrible, but it just should be nice and flush, but that's okay. He wanted to do that, so that's what I did for him. And yeah, we've got a couple other things to look into, which I'll go over with you guys, and yeah, and then we'll close out this video. As you can see here, I showed you guys the 4 mounting holes for the screws. Well, this is actually a GM dash kit, so it doesn't fit perfectly, but I did my best to center it in the thing and I did mount it. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just recessed, and it doesn't really look the best, but that's okay. I mean, you just got a gap here and a gap here. It's no big deal. You know, if he doesn't care, I don't care. I'm not driving the car, but everything does work in here.
118 candles and at least one very...
Everything's good. He has his USB now, his auxiliary, his SD card slot. This is a basic radio. There's no backup camera or any fancy stuff like that. I'm sure you could probably add one, but it doesn't come with one, so he didn't want one, so this is what we did for him. And then the other things that we are going to look into is that check engine light right there. We're going to scan it and figure it out. And also the left blinker blinks fast like that. And I don't think it's a bulb out. It's definitely something else, because that bulb is working and this bulb is also working. So we need to look into that. And yeah, I don't think it'll be all that bad though. I'm gonna start by scanning it and seeing why the check engine light's on. So let's go to my Subaru, because that's where my head unit is, which I'm using to scan it, because I did not bring my scanner home from work, but you know, that's okay. If you guys know about my radio in here, you know that I have torque, which tells you your check engine lights and, you know, all the info on your cars and everything. So we just gotta wait for it to connect. My radar is freaking out right now. All right, so we are connected. We go to fault codes, we go to search, and it will pop up with whatever it is. So it's a heater circuit on an O2 sensor, bank 1 sensor 2. So this is the sensor behind the catalytic converter that needs to be replaced. Very simple. I am going to actually clear the fault codes for him, just so he doesn't have the check engine light. Oh, we have to wait for it to complete. Once it completes, then we could clear it. And then now that it's completed, we could clear the fault codes, blah, blah, blah. You should perform only action. If you fix the car, whatever, don't worry about it. Then it'll load, it'll clear the fault codes, we'll be good to go. And then we'll go over the blinker issue. So as far as the blinker problem goes, wow, the sun's really bright. As far as the blinker problem goes, he's got a wiring problem, so I need like my power probe and stuff from work, so I'm not gonna look crazy into that. But if you guys want to see more videos like this, where you know, whenever I take side work in, I could definitely show you guys what I do on, you know, customer cars of mine. I only take a handful of side work in, just a few select people that I know, or that's close with my mom or something. You know, those are the only people that I take in. But I do have a lot of future content coming up. You guys just gotta bear with me, you know. It's my own money that we're playing with here, you know, working on cars and everything, so it takes a little while to save some money to buy parts. So just bear with me, keep watching the videos, keep liking them, keep subscribing to the channel, and you know, as the more we build, the more work we'll be able to do on cars, you know, especially if we have companies reaching out to us, giving us parts and stuff. That would be fantastic. But right now we're a little small, so we got to build it up. But I do have the Mustang behind me. I do have the WJ, which is under the car cover. Mustang gets priorities, guys. Mustang gets priorities in the garage. I'm sorry, but Mustang is worth a lot more than the WJ, especially to me and the value of the car and everything. So Mustang gets priorities. And then obviously I have my Subaru, which is right there. So Subaru, this is probably going to be the next videos is going to be on the Subaru. I have just all maintenance stuff to do on it. The water pump leaks on it a little bit, so I want to get that done. The wrong coolant was put in that car, so I want to put the right coolant in, which is the Subaru Super Coolant, and I also want to put the conditioner in it. There's actually a TSB for the conditioner on that engine, so definitely want to get that done. And then, you know, I got to do the oil change, the dips, the trans, a bunch of stuff, and probably get some coilovers for that car, wheels, tires, mud flaps, and I want to do a WRX brake swap on it. If you guys, I know you guys probably haven't heard it because I didn't post it on Instagram, and I also didn't do a video on it, but that car does have a muffler now. It has a Flowmaster 40 series, which I know what you're thinking, you know, Flowmaster belongs on Mustangs. Well, it sounds pretty decent. It doesn't sound bad. It doesn't need it on the equal header though to get that Subaru rumble, but down the road. It's a really expensive header. So if you guys liked what you saw in today's video and you want to come back for future content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'll put a like up on this video, put a like up on all the videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Patriot.